Companies, associations, groups, they will get me, and what I've found over the years and where I am best positioned is for the opening keynote, the closing keynote, which is fun, it's exciting, and there's a positive message, and really it's a feel-good presentation, so people feel great after, and it's a great way to kick off the conference as well as end the conference. And then a lot of companies will also get me for the main stage entertainment. That will be for their banquet, their awards night, something where they use entertainment and they want to bring people together and laugh until their stomachs hurt. The added value item that I have, or service that I have, which I'm super excited about, is the training session, a concurrent session, a breakout session, whatever the terminology they use. It's basically a training session where I then take those 3 steps and I teach those 3 steps. So we do a little bit of goal setting, pretending, and stress managing, and really again the part about hypnosis, so they learn that it's not something magical or mystical, but it's something that we do every day with the thoughts that we have, the pictures that we create in our mind's eye, and our self-talk, and how we can change that and shift so we can get better results. And ultimately that's what I focus upon, only those 2 things in terms of the entertainment, the keynote, and then the added value is the training session or the breakout session, which is the Set Your GPS for Success training session. For all of you, what you're about to see is the power of suggestion in action. And I use those terms interchangeably, the power of suggestion and hypnosis. And what that means is that the words that we use, how we say those words and move our body, really determines how impactful those suggestions are, as you're about to see how we get people to perform through the power of words. So think of how that plays out in your own life in terms of your own self-talk, what you're saying to yourself on a daily basis, and the stress that is created, which is super exciting for me in the second part to go into the stress that is created is actually a friend, and it's not a foe, it's not an enemy, it's just energy, and how you can use it to your benefit, to align things so you go in the direction that you want to go. Take a deep breath in, let it out with a sigh. Now Teresa, look at me. You got really, really focused in the audience, didn't you?
Yeah.
How long will it take you to get hypnotized?
So I have no idea.
A second. In a moment, I'm going to get you to close your eyes, and when you do, I'm going to tap you in the forehead, and you're going to melt upon, is it Karina? Yeah. Deep breath in. Just close your eyes. Now. Deep into relaxation. Deeper and deeper now. The hypnosis show that I do is absolutely fascinating, mind-blowing in terms of people will get on stage, they relax their minds, their bodies, and then they start to do these really cool, funny, fascinating things. Some people will become the greatest dancers in the world. They really believe as if they're the greatest dancers, and then they go do it. So you will actually see that in the show. They also do certain things where I get them, they cannot unlock their hands, they can't open their eyes. So they're hypnotized to believe these things. And then how that transfers into, say, the training session, the motivational session, is then I kind of take people behind the scenes to show them these are the things that I used on stage, the hypnotic language, kind of taking apart hypnosis, what it really is, through the power of suggestion, how they can apply those principles in their own life so they can use that so they can achieve more of their dreams, their goals, their aspirations, as well as manage their emotional state so they feel better and they perform better. One of the things that I always leave people with is my little signature suggestion, which is called the magical color association. And what that is people, well, imagining as if they've already achieved a goal, which is a great feeling, and then they attach a color and putting their hand to their heart to that feeling, so they can always trigger that response of feeling good to overcome stress and feel good anytime they want, so they perform better and at least do one thing every day so they're motivated to achieve more of what they want. And that's so simple, and it's like that's something that we do in the show here, and immediately they can put to use and apply that to not only the personal but the professional life. And that's why it's so cool, is because it's not only an entertaining show, which is absolutely fascinating, but then it's taking you behind the scenes to show how this all works, and it's not so mystical. There's a real logical explanation to hypnosis, what it is, what it isn't, and how, more importantly, people can apply those principles to their life and they can achieve their goals. So, one of the important choices is controlling your emotional state in any given moment. When you learn how to feel good, you perform better. So I'm going to give you a suggestion to help you feel good on command, just by thinking of a color and putting your hand to your heart. And that will give you a good feeling anytime you wish. And over the next 30 days, you do this a whole lot, and you can then make it a habit so you don't have to think about it, you just do it. Now, we will get to this. So I want all of you on stage, you've picked a goal, something you really want to achieve. I want you to keep your eyes closed. In a moment, moment, you're going to feel as though you've achieved it. We're going to picture and imagine, visualize it in the mind where it all begins. And the moment you feel as though you've achieved it, you're going to celebrate with a yes, and you're going to feel the best feeling you have ever felt. There's a specific 3-step process I teach people. It's GPS, goal setting, pretending, and then stress managing. And then the one tool that I leave them with is the color association, so they can always learn how to feel good to perform better. Because in essence, what I found is a lot of people just have a lot of negative programs and thoughts where they get themselves into feeling stressed out or in a highly negative emotional state. And so it's something that they can really gain an awareness that they have control over their thoughts, their emotions, and ultimately their performance, so they can perform better and produce better results. Now, I came up with an analogy of a GPS tracking system being your subconscious, and I'm going to tell you how it works to make it really, really simple. So first of all, we all know what a GPS tracking system is. You may have one in your car. It allows you to program in any desired destination, and then it calculates the route from where you are to where you want to be and always lets you know that you're on course, correct? There's a voice of your GPS, and the voice of your GPS is some voice in that computer box that says that you're not on course. Make sense? The voice of your GPS, your subconscious mind, I want you to get this because this is super important, this is what I get so charged up about, is your emotions, your feelings. The voice of your subconscious are your feelings. So anytime that you feel good, would you be on course or off course? Help me out. You're on course. Anytime you feel good, your conscious desires, what you want with your subconscious beliefs, are aligned in harmony, and you're going in a straight line, and you're going to achieve what you want, and you're stress-free. So it's always about learning how to feel good. You're controlling your emotional state. When you're feeling bad, you're obviously off course. So why would you be off course? Because you have a thought that doesn't match with what you want. It's your internal navigational system that's telling you that you're off course. So all you have to do is change those thoughts. Not so easy because they're habitual a lot of the times. Make sense? So it takes time, it takes practice, and it takes relaxing the mind so you can reprogram the subconscious. Because when you relax, you reboot, and you get to put in different programs. I can do this. I feel great. I am going to be this. Make sense? Okay, so that's how it works. So there's 3 steps to reprogramming your subconscious, your GPS, and it's the acronym GPS: goal setting, pretending, and the most important, stress managing.
The presentation was phenomenal because I feel like he's a respectable person, someone that's trustworthy, and I felt that the audience was a nice group of people, so I felt comfortable. I think the whole audience is going to walk away feeling that the performance in general was just so empowering and humorous. And I walked out a little while ago and I had people approaching me and asking me questions like, what did it feel like? And it's like a dreamlike state where you're having such a good dream you don't want to really wake up from it.
I think a good word for this session is freeing. I feel really released from stuff, and it wasn't difficult. The techniques that he talked about and the words that he used and the way that he went about his presentation, I thought it was easy to fall into where he was going and what he was talking about. And I really just was able to fully participate, and that was great.
I acted silly for sure, but silly in a good way, and it's great. He's amazing power to encourage and coach people, and that's why I signed up for the session. I mean, I know he was a hypnotist, but I've heard that his speaking is very good too, and so I wanted to hear him speak, and so that last part was awesome. It was really good to hear him coach on how to set goals and visualize them and achieve them. So it was awesome.
My passion is very simple, and I've been completely blessed to do this for the last 20 years, and it can be summed up like this, is that I entertain, educate, and empower people. I'm the feel-good guy. Come to the session. You will never forget it, and you will feel so amazing, and you'll laugh your head off, and I guarantee you it is something you'll never forget.